Good morning. Happy Friday, guys. Hopefully you guys had a good day yesterday, and I hope you guys have a good weekend this weekend. I just wanted to hop on and say hi to you guys and wish you guys a good weekend on this gloomy day. Well, it's gloomy where I'm at, so I'm trying to stay lift my spirits, because you know when it's gloomy outside, it kind of makes you kind of dull feeling. I don't know, it makes me feel that way, like just chill. And so usually like when it's gloomy or something like that, I usually watch like comedy shows, to be honest. But that's my favorite thing, because it always lifts my vibration and of course my spirits. And so I'll usually watch comedies a lot. I think my favorite comedy my favorite comedian, I think I've spoken on this before, but if you guys haven't heard, my favorite comedian I would have to say it's Martin Lawrence. He's so hilarious to me. So he's one of my favorite comedians, and he just always makes me laugh like really hard. I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if it's his facial expressions. I don't know. It's just hilarious. He just makes me laugh all the time. The funniest part though, I remember when we were at my aunt's house, her husband used to laugh at me a lot, because every morning I would wake up and watch Martin, right? The show Martin on BET. I think it was on BET. I would wake up every morning and watch it, right? Every time I get ready and stuff. So he'll wake up, he'll be laughing at me every time. He'll be like, Martin's on, he'll turn it on for me, or he'll have it on before I even wake up, and I just be laughing like all morning. I love that show. So he's like one of my favorite comedians. I just think he's super hilarious. I think my favorite episode of him was whenever, on Martin at least, was whenever he, I think he left home. He like disappeared and everybody's looking for him. And he left, and I guess he joined like some type of group. And so his girlfriend Gina and everybody's looking for him, and so they found him, and they're trying to get him to come home. They're like, you gotta come home, like come on, get your stuff. I think he named himself Sunflower or something like that, and he had a little Jerry curl, and he was like, I'm not coming home. He's like, you guys have all done something to me, all of you. He's like, I'm not coming home. I have transcended. And they're just like, no, come home. He would not go home for nothing. I think that episode is super hilarious, because he straight up left everybody behind. And I love that episode. It's super hilarious. So pretty much all of the episodes are to me. There's times like on a weekend I would literally I think I had all the seasons saved somewhere, and so I would just watch it all day, literally, like have like a day of watching Martin all day. I think he's super hilarious. And then I love National Security was my favorite movie too. I watched that movie like thousands of times. That movie's super hilarious. And I just don't know what it is about him. He's just hilarious. I think one of his stand-ups is hilarious too, whenever he's talking about, I don't know if you guys remember this one. I don't even remember the name of the stand-up, but I don't know if you guys remember this one, but I believe like he's talking about the girl that was like when a female gets married and stuff, and then she invites all her haters to her wedding. And then he's like, she'd probably be walking down the aisle like, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. He's hilarious. He's like, dun, 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 dun. No, but he's freaking hilarious. Like, and it's funny because her husband used to laugh at me all the time. He'd be like, oh my God, you love Martin. I'm like, you already know. I always watched him. I still do. Like, I believe it was like a couple years ago and stuff. Or, no. I don't think so. It hasn't been out long, but I used to watch him like every morning. I would get dressed, like ready, and watch that show like all the time. It just made me so happy. And it's like a good show to watch in the morning because it just lifted my mood. You know, as soon as I woke up, I had like a better day because I was able to laugh. That's why I think it's important to do things that make you happy, you know. So if things are thrown your way, you know, any obstacles or any setbacks or anything, anybody trying to bring you down or anything like that, it really won't affect you, because especially if you keep your vibes high and do what you want to do and be happy, you know, doing things that make you happy pretty much. So that's what I usually do. And he just happens to be my favorite comedian. So there's other ones I like too. Like Cat Williams is hilarious too. I used to like watching, who else did I thought was really funny? I know Cat Williams is funny. Oh, Kevin Hart, he's hilarious. I love him too. He's hilarious. He be cracking me up. I actually had a dream about him, like, it was a long time ago. It was like in 2000, before 2020. It was like 2019, 2018. I think it was 2019. I had a dream of Kevin Hart. I swear. I had a dream that he was, I don't know, he had like a crush on me. But I was like, it was weird. It was like, we were like in this, I forget, we were like meeting a lot of people or something. But he was there, and he had like a crush on me, and I was just like, I remember I woke up and I told my sister, I was like, oh my God, I just had a dream of Kevin Hart. And I was like, he had a crush on me. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I was like around all these stars, and like, I don't know what happened, but Kevin Hart had a crush on me. And she's like, that's so crazy. And she's like, I had a dream that we were around a lot of stars too. But I was just like, that's so weird, like, to dream that Kevin Hart had a crush on me, you know? I was just like, what? That was so crazy. We're like talking about it all morning. I don't even remember what happened in the dream. I just think like, I think he just wrote it down that he had a crush on me or something weird. I was just like, dude, that was so crazy. I had a dream that Kevin Hart had a crush on me. And we're just laughing. That was like before I even started my journey at all. So I still remember that dream. It's so crazy. Like, it's random. But I love the comedians. I know Kevin Hart's one of my favorites, so I can't leave him out because he's super hilarious too. I love all his movies too. Like, he just cracks me up. So Kevin Hart and Martin are kind of like around the same. Well, for my rankings and stuff, like, they're both kind of up there for me. Like, I really would literally watch them, both of them. If I had a choice, I would watch both of them, you know, because they're super amazing and they're hilarious. I think there's like certain, like, anybody could be a comedian, right? But it's just like, I don't know, there's something about them, like how their facial, they just do, I don't know, they're just the best to me. I don't know if it's their personality or their facial expressions. I know Kevin Hart, his facial expressions gets me, like, for real, literally. Martin is the same way. But I just like their personalities too. So those are like my two favorite ones. And I like Cat Williams too. But I just like a lot of comedians. If they're funny, you know, not everybody's funny, but I give them props for trying, you know. There's this other comedian. I think he's like, I don't think he's like famous, but I follow him on YouTube, and he's super hilarious. And I think his name is I forget, Niles or something like that. He's hilarious, dude. I be watching him all the time. He would crack me up. I've seen so many of his skits, and I just watch them over and over again because they're super hilarious. he just catches my attention, but it's like his sense of humor. I love it, you know. It just makes me laugh so hard. I love him so much. I watch him all the time. So every time I'm like in a funk or anything like that, or people try to bring me down, or anything that try to throw me off, you know, I always watch him because he's just hilarious. And or Kevin Hart or Martin, pretty much. I always watch them because they always lift my spirits. So I love them. And her husband used to laugh at me all the time. Like, every time he saw me, he'd be laughing. He'd be like, "Did you watch Martin today?" But anyway, that's my flashback Friday for you guys. But I'm probably gonna vibe out today and chill and do me. So that's what I'll be up to. So I hope you guys do the same. And hopefully everybody have a great weekend and stuff, you know. I'm sure I will. I'll make sure I will. I always have a good time with myself. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.